Angry Beaver Radio. We got to get back into Angry Beaver.
That's it.
ABR.
We haven't been angry lately. We've been too passive lately.
Got migrants in the snow.
Migrants in the snow.
Migrants in the snow.
They're walking across. Did you hear that in Manitoba?
Yeah.
From like Minnesota or something. They're coming from like North Dakota. They're walking across the border.
Right.
Through the snow.
But don't they have a place to go? Like, aren't they given free housing, or are they just on a venture to...
Well, I think they've been told that they'll get more if they come to Canada. That's why they're willing to like risk hypothermia and freezing and everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's why hippopotamuses, they can't survive in the winter up here because they get hypothermia.
Mm.
Oh, dear.
Sorry.
Thanks, Mike.
And the other news was Trudeau is going to be meeting with Trump, actually, on Monday, apparently.
Yes, right, yeah.
He's headed down to Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how they can handle it, going toe-to-toe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If they can get things settled in the ring, or if they can do it as gentlemen, or...
Yeah. Plus, Trump is also hosting the Japanese leader.
Yeah, I heard that. He was playing golf or something with the...
Playing golf, yeah.
President of Japan.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Apparently they've endorsed a one China policy, though, too. So we don't know one China.
Yeah, well, I think that China is kind of loosening up that one-child policy and... to give you two-child policy.
Oh, yeah.
They're,
one child. Yeah. No, but I was saying one China. I think it has to do with Taiwan, that Taiwan is one China, not a separate country.
Yeah, that's
so
right. So
Donald Trump had to apologize, because I think he actually talked to the president of Taiwan or something.
Well, a lot of the Taiwanese people don't like being called Chinese people. Because I've said that, you Chinese people. And she said, we're not Chinese, we're Taiwanese.
Huh. So it is.
So I guess they kind of feel insulted,
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's contentious.
Just like the Vietnamese don't like to be called Chinese as well.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to be affiliated with them. So.
Yes. Well,
I guess it's years and years of dictatorship over there, or whatever they want to call it, is the reason. Go ahead.
Well, usually if you go to any of those restaurants, you end up speaking English to them, whether you're Chinese or not. Every time I go in there, I speak a little English and a little bit of Korean, if I, whatever words I do know, or Japanese restaurant or Chinese or whatever, I speak a little bit of their language. They like that.
Yeah.
When we're over in China, I mean, the problem is the language barrier.
Right.
That's the big problem over there. My Mandarin is very limited. Right? Because I don't read the characters. I don't know the language very well.
Yeah.
They could sell me the moon, and I wouldn't even know what they're selling me.
What about your Cantonese, though? If that's your Mandarin, what about?
It's a little better, but not much. I mean, when you go to Hong Kong, they speak Cantonese and English.
Right.
Right. So I have not a problem with that. I like Hong Kong. If I was going to live anywhere, I'd live there.
Yeah.
Because everybody lives there. English. But when you're over in China, especially in the mountains in Tibet, people are looking at you and you don't like one of us. A lot of them don't know English. They know no English at all.
Mm-hmm.
At all. When you go up into the mountains, it's just Mandarin. And the kids up there, they don't have a formal education, so they can't take a step up. All they end up being are shepherds, and and that's it. And living off the land, which is not a bad idea. But other than that, they got nowhere to go, education-wise. So they end up being stationary. Even though they are building up there, you can be a construction worker. They're building some highways up there and tunnels through the mountains and all that kind of stuff. It's amazing when you see how other people live and the culture that's there. I get along with people.
Huh.
They have a lot of fun with me, all this kind of stuff, and they make you feel welcome.
That's good.
Right? Oh yeah,
Hospitality?
They make you feel welcome. Oh yeah, very very hospitable, and they like to make you happy because they know you're visiting.
Ah.
They know I'm like on the bus. I'm the only Caucasian there on the bus, and the only Caucasian out and about. So naturally, they're going to look at me and say, "Well, welcome," this type of thing. So I have a lot of fun with it and joke around with the local people and all that kind of stuff. And food's good. I never got sick at all.
That's good. But it is different though than the food over here, the Canadian Chinese food.
Oh yeah.
American style Chinese.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you're eating all these little nook and crannies areas, but it's all picked out by the tour guides and the bus tours. They take you to these places because they know where all the good places to eat are. A lot of times up in China, you don't know what kind of food you're going to get, if it's contaminated or what. But up in the mountains, like the air is fresh, the water is clean.
That'd be good.
Oh geez, people were dipping their water bottles in the water.
You can actually drink that?
Sure, up in the mountains. It's only when you get down to the southern regions around the cities is that it's all polluted.
Yeah.
Once you get above the pollution line, there is actually a pollution line. There is, especially when you're in Hong Kong, you can see that haze over the skyline. So you can see that pollution line. So, but they have beautiful mountains in Hong Kong as well, which is very nice. You can get above that and you look over the city and stuff like that too. And have different regions of Hong Kong. You got some very busy areas. Like if you want people, you go to certain parts of Hong Kong. If you're a people lover,
then you'll be surrounded.
Oh, you'll be surrounded. It's confusing. You don't know
because you want to go somewhere and then you can't go because someone's in front of you. So you have to try another route.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck there. This type of thing. Amongst these people, and she's holding on.
Yeah, a politician couldn't last there. Yeah, she's holding on to you. Yeah.
She's holding on.
Politician couldn't last there because
that I don't get lost in the shuffle or in the chaos, so to speak. But one thing about Hong Kong, the crime rate is relatively low.
Oh, that's good
compared to here.
Yeah,
which is if you go to Detroit, or if you go to Chicago, like they have over 700 so far this year, well over 700 homicides.
Yeah, it's scary.
It is scary.
How much it's.
She wanted to go to Chicago one time, and I said, "No, I'm not going there," just because a friend of hers wanted to go.
Yeah,
he may never come back alive.
Yeah, well, Donald Trump said he's gonna fix it up, but we'll see.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
Well, actually, when Donald Trump got elected, we can say elected for a change. We were in Hong Kong at the time.
Oh, nice. He actually has a Chinese friend. Did you see that too? Jack Ma, the guy that owns Alibaba. Alibaba Trading Post, the Chinese eBay, I guess.
Chinese eBay. Yeah.
All kinds of products.
Because I watch it on the widescreen TV in one of the restaurants over there, and all of a sudden, 200 and some odd votes for him and less for her, and I thought, wow, I thought it was going to be a all-out, drawn-out fight here.
Yeah, where they keep recounting and counting. Yeah.
Yeah, people wanted change.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what about the people over in China? Did they even know Trump, or are they were they cheering in the restaurant? Or?
Well, no, they weren't cheering in the restaurants.
Oh.
No, not at all. No, but they watched it on the news anyways, right?
Was there any "Make America Great Again" hats or apparel?
No.
That you saw? Ah.
No, nothing like that.
So I guess there's not much of an American movement over there too much.
No. Everybody's just basically doing their own thing.
Huh. That's what's pretty amazing, how there could be so many different languages, so many different areas of the country, and so many people that.
Yeah.
How it could ever be controlled by one government or something.
Yeah. Well, Hong Kong's under the two government systems, right? The China one and their own system.
Right.
So yeah, but most of the people that I talk to, they're all from Germany, England, or whatever. They're going there to work.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of those people there. They have Filipinos, like the
right.
maids and stuff like that too. They got those people there too, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what they do. And no, other than that, Hong Kong's a great place to do things. We went to Bruce Lee's old house that when he lived there during the last few years of his life.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, took a picture and took 2 or 3 pictures of the place. And
that's the one you're saying is a museum now. It's a
actually it's closed up.
Memorial.
Yeah, it was all closed up when we got there. The fence, the fenceway, was closed.
Ah.
I think it was closed for a little while. But their authorities are the government is trying to figure out what they want to do with it, whether they want to close it down altogether or keep it going. But most people say don't touch it, do something with it, because it is a landmark, so to speak.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, Bruce Lee, he grew up. Well, he was born in the U.S. and
right.
he grew up in Hong Kong because he did about 20 odd movies before he became famous over here as a child. Played more of the rebel type of guy, homeless, not just homeless, but just kind of different, type of character, that type of thing. So, but it was nice to see where he lived and actually stand exactly where he did.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
When he was there, you know what I mean?
Training. Did he have a dojo in there or a gym, martial arts?
Yeah. Well, he had a home in the U.S. as well, which he trained a lot of other stars, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and James Coburn, and Steve McQueen, and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was like a karate instructor, I guess, or
yeah,
kung fu instructor.
So yeah, it was quite the thing. Go to Bruce Lee's museum.
What about the Great Wall, though? Because that's always a big topic, the wall.
Oh, Beijing.
You went there, or you didn't?
No, that's too far north.
Oh, too far.
Oh, we only went on the tour to China. We stayed 2 weeks in China. It was more it wasn't a sightseeing tour. It was more like a what you call a buying tour, where they take you to different places and factories where they make silk and they make all sorts of different jewelry and all this kind of stuff. And
they're looking for you to spend, though. They're looking for you.
Yes, that's what it was, because it was cheaper.
Ah.
If it was, on the other hand, if it was like a sightseeing tour, you'd have to pay more.
That's how you get the deals, though, eh? You got to go.
Yes.
It's like a hunt. It's a bargain hunt.
It's a bargain hunt, and people did buy. Me, I'm sitting there for an hour and a half in a room where these ladies are demonstrating their stuff, and I'm just sitting there. I can't leave. I can't go out the door, walk down the street, because you lose your money. Like you lose $500 or something like that, because you have to be there. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to sightseeing, tour around a little bit as well, because they just can't just keep it all one thing. So you got to mix it up. right? So that's what we did. So spent 2 weeks in Shanghai and stuff like that. Shanghai is a very nice place. You know what? I've never seen so many e-bikes in all my life.
Oh,
John has always talked about e-bikes in the wintertime and this, that.
Yeah.
Tons of e-bikes there.
But you were there in the summer, right? They can handle that in the summer.
Yeah, when we went there, it was like late October.
Ah, but you didn't see any breaking down then, though, or?
No, everybody was coming and going, like school, work, a little bit, for recreation.
No accidents, no e-bike mishaps.
No, everybody. It's a funny thing is everybody's just driving all over the place. There's no way you can get an accident.
Was there like no lines on the roads, no stop signs, no?
There is lines on the road, but
Traffic.
the e-bikes get all bunched up together, waiting for the light to change. Then you get them all going all to one shot.
How do they make the lights? Are they the same as here, red and green, and? They have a hand
they're
sign
same
and
colors. Sometimes it depends what it is. Sometimes it'll flash something else, and then maybe there's ones for e-bikes, ones for cars. So everybody has their little place, you know.
Yeah. What about pedestrians, though? What do they give you? A flashing hand sign and a guy walking sign?
Yeah, well, like in Hong Kong, when you press the button, you can hear, after it's all said and done, you can hear
the clicking, yeah. I know.
Then you just go.
Right.
Right.
Like they used to have that at Yonge and Dundas for a while, right? And then they got rid of it.
Oh, they did, eh?
It got too much, I guess, for people to hear it over and over again.
Yeah, but one thing about China, like in the big cities, they love parks. Because we got out numerous times walking around the parks and all this kind of stuff, and nice scenery, and got on like little boat tours around different areas and all that kind of stuff. And you know, it's quite amazing, you know, how they treated you. They treated you good and all this kind of stuff, even though there's the language barrier, all this kind of stuff. But I pretty much got along with everybody, you know, this type of thing. Made some good friends on the bus tours, you know, this type of thing. So, but getting to Shanghai, like on the first day or night or whatever, I got lost. Sort of got lost. What it was, we were going in and everything seemed to be fine. And then, you know, you get these people coming by asking you, what can I do? Can I do something for you? Can I take your luggage to your hotel? So I'm looking at them and saying, no, I'm okay, type of thing. And then I lose track of her. I took my eye off the ball.
Huh.
Then I got stuck.
Oh, no.
With all these people around. It's a busy place. Have all these people around, and where is she? I'm sweating profusely. What do I do next? I can't go back to where I was before because that's a non-entry. It's only one way, but I had to go around to go back to go through security again. So I had to be wanded up and down and check your luggage and all this kind of stuff. I had to do that on my own. Then I went on the other side, and then this other guy comes up to me who knows just a bit of English. I'm saying, I've lost so-and-so, and I can't find her. So we just walked around for 5 minutes, and then I looked over yonder, and then there she was. Starbucks.
Oh, Starbucks. They have
That's a big thing over there. Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks. Huh.
Yeah.
And you'll see people walking around like with Starbucks mugs and the cups and
cups and everything like that. Sure.
Like over here. Huh. And do they all have their most people are walking around looking at their phones too, like they do here?
They have people doing that as well. Sure. You got to keep yourself busy if you're waiting to do things.
Yeah, there's always a digital screen you need to see.
Yeah, okay. But then again, I have no data. My data's no good there anyway. So you have to buy the SIM cards.
Right. You have to buy the SIM cards or download some PDFs and just go with those.
So basically, I was screwed. There's no communication, right? So I finally found everybody, and Starbucks was the name. So, and we were up in the mountains. We almost got lost up there because we walked down the wrong path.
I think you can get a GPS tracking device if you ever need to track.
Yeah, but you don't think of things like that when you're over there. You don't. We're up in the mountains, like 3,000 feet above sea level, when the air is very thin. Everything is beautiful up there. Great, beautiful area. And we're walking down one path and checking the falls out and everything. I got pictures galore.
Right.
Falls coming down everywhere and all this kind of stuff. And we're walking down this path, and we go down this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go just a bit out of the way. And I said, wait a minute, we're going the wrong way. I said, well, maybe we would better go back. Then we went to one stop where the buses go.
Mm-hmm.
And they all sit there. So we basically walk along the side of the road through there, and then come back to where the buses are standing. And we get on the bus. We talked to a couple that knew English anyway, and we talked to them about our problem. She says, well, take this bus, and it'll take you right back to the beginning of it again. So we got on that bus, and about 15 minutes of driving, we went right back to where we were before. And and we get off that bus, and the rest of the group see us, and they start waving, we're over here, we're over here. And the tour guide, he was like pulling his hair out that we had gotten lost. English is not very good.
Yeah.
And they can't leave unless everybody is there.
Yeah, that'd be trouble.
After an hour or whatever it is, being out, getting lost, we finally got off the bus and meet the rest of the group. And and finally the tour guide just looked at me, Michael, come, come, his fingers are pointing at me, this type of thing, and you could see the relief on his face. It's just priceless.
Yeah, who knows what kind of penalties he'd be under if he lose people, especially Canadians.
Yeah, but we had to think, okay, what's our next move?
Mm-hmm.
So finally, we thought about what our next move was going to be, to take the bus back, and then back to the original area, and we did. So that was the only time, and through the rest of our trip, she didn't let go of me 1 second.
Hey, it gives you at least an adventure story. It gives you.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
How about the migrants over there, though? Did you see any refugees or migrants? Or
no, not really.
nothing.
Not really any migrants at all that I could see. They have probably a Muslim population somewhere over there, but everybody's doing their own thing. You don't really even notice it. That's the thing.
Huh.
It's just. It was an amazing trip. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'd do it again, but at least I'd know what to look for if I ever do get in trouble or anything like that. So, right. But you just got to know what you're doing, because you just can't just say, "Well, I'm going to take the bus, go home." In 20 minutes, you're home. You can't do that. You're way around the world.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and I loved every minute of it, and I tried to enjoy every minute of it. The only concern, or only beef I have, is the bathrooms. They're smoky, they're dirty. You have to squat. Shit.
Why, people are actually smoking cigarettes in the bathroom or something, or?
Oh yeah. Like smells pissy, and it you have to squat. Shit, for crying out loud. I'm not used to doing that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh, not even the traditional toilets.
Well, it's the odd time you'll get one traditional toilet.
Huh.
That's at the other end of the urinals.
Oh. Without its own booth, like without a stall?
Well, there's a stall there, yeah, but you just have to close the door. But a lot of places, they don't have toilet paper. You gotta take your own tissue with you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So many times I've run out of tissue and I had to yell at her, I need tissue. Like, you go to restaurants and you grab the tissue from the restaurants. Any napkins or whatever, That's the only beef I've got for these places. They're not up to standard.
Mm-hmm.
Put it that way, and it's just. I remember squatting down. I totally missed the hole. Like, totally missed the.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I had to clean up my mess for crying out loud, because you're not used to these kind of things.
Yeah,
but if you get to
overseas.
hotels, that's fine. You have regular toilets. You have regular showers and.
Oh, the hotels are regular.
Yeah, regular towers, hotels and everything.
Huh.
But a lot of times they have, you can smoke in the rooms and stuff.
Oh, that's different. That's
like
in
the
the
old
90s
days.
here, or the 80s here.
Yeah. You can still do that, for crying out loud.
Yeah, here
Right.
only private property, only.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. So but the hotels are clean. There's no real issues with that. It's just they're not up to standard as far as I'm concerned. This type of thing.
Mhm.
But other than that, is fine.
They give you a different perspective.
It does. Just to see what the culture's like in other countries and seeing how people live and but everybody's needs are the same.
Right.
You need a job. You need all the basics and all like food and water and shelter.
Mm-hmm.
We're all the same. We're all the same.
Yeah.
So the culture's different, but our needs are the same. Like that everywhere. Doesn't matter whereabouts around the world you are.
Mm-hmm.
We all need the same thing, and and they have it over there. And like in Shanghai, the population is like over 20 million people.
Oh, wow.
It's a huge city.
Yeah, that is huge.
That's why all these e-bikes and everything like that. There's just tons of them everywhere. Not so much bicycles, but e-bikes is everywhere. Everywhere. And going to Singapore and Malaysia was nice.
Oh,
That was
Singapore and Malaysia.
that was that wasn't part of the tour.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a place that we felt like we'd want to go.
Yeah.
Like it's just like $300 Canadian. So we decided, let's get on a plane and just go. And we did.
Nice.
I mean, it's beautiful. Like in Malaysia, they don't know anything about snow.
Oh, nice. Always a good temperature.
Oh yeah, like late 20s, early 30s type of thing. A lot of coconut trees everywhere. Holy jeez.
So it's like a tropical island.
Yeah, it's very tropical there. Oh jeez, yeah. And all we were doing is just chowing down on the coconut juice and stuff like that.
What about Singapore? Did you see any vertical farms or anything?
We saw quite a
Space
few.
age.
Yeah. Well, Singapore is more or less, it's artificial.
Ah,
Like a lot of the parks and everything is all man-made
yeah.
type of thing.
Yeah, because I've seen these huge vertical farms, like the whole sides of buildings will have stuff growing up the building and stuff. But that might only be in one area of Singapore. So.
Yeah. We went to the major city there, the Kuala Lumpur.
Ah. Yeah.
They have their own twin towers there.
Right.
It's very beautiful city.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Warm weather, everything is just really... Had a great time, Had a great time.
Nice.
In Singapore, they have lizards there, too, in the parks.
Park lizard.
Park lizard.
Like Komodo dragon size, dinosaur size?
Oh, no.
Smaller.
Oh, just maybe about 4 or 5 inches long or something like that. crawling up around the trees and on the ground and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because you know lizards, a bit of lizards.
Yeah, these ones here kind of look familiar.
Ah.
But I don't know the names.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. But very picturesque and like the parks are very beautiful. One day I'll show you some of the pictures, stuff like that too, right?
Yeah.
And show you the mountains and everything like that too, right? So that's basically what we did. We went to Macau.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's like what you call the Las Vegas of the region.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures. It looks like a Las Vegas Strip.
Oh yeah. We stayed in one of the hotels there in one of the casinos.
Nice.
Right. Yeah, and you have to be 21 to get the casino.
21. Huh.
Yeah, 21.
Things are a bit different over there, but I guess that's an American style.
The Portuguese used to run it.
Oh yeah, Macau, that area. Yeah, Portuguese.
Yeah, Portuguese architecture and everything else too, right? So,
but you don't see many Portuguese people, right? You don't see.
No. It was handed over.
Yeah.
You don't have many people speaking Portuguese over there anyway.
Right.
Only government officials or whatever.
They might
Other than that,
have it on a few of the signs, or did they not have it on this?
It's mostly Chinese, but the architecture is some of it is Portuguese.
Huh.
Right. So then we took the after we left Macau, we just took the speedboat back to Hong Kong.
Speedboat? How fast?
Oh, geez. Well, you could feel it. It's a big, huge thing.
Are they like across the water from each other, Macau and Hong Kong or something?
Yeah, Macau's like on the mainland, like China mainland.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And you just took we took the plane there, which was about 4-hour flight, 3.5-4 hour flight, and it was about close to the same thing coming back on the speedboat. It was a big, huge speedboat.
Yeah, that's a fast boat.
Like 3 hours or whatever.
As fast as a plane? That's fast.
I don't know about fast as a plane, but it didn't take as long to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because, well, getting a plane, you got to wait for this, wait for that. But on the boat, we just got on.
Yeah.
And go. Right?
So you just got to hold on, I guess, because it wouldn't be a lot of wind in the...
It wasn't too bad. It was, you had to put your seatbelt on. It's like an airplane, almost, but on the water.
Yeah. Oh, so you're in an indoor part of the boat.
Yeah, it was indoor, yeah.
That's good.
I don't think that you'd be out on the top because it was dark out.
Oh, you're
and it'd be too windy. It's all inside, right?
Yeah. That's pretty cool. It's like a city that never sleeps then if they can keep going at night.
Oh, yeah. Macau is open 24/7, And they're building more all the time. It's unbelievable what they're doing.
More gaming?
Oh, yeah. It's a big thing over there. Jeez.
Gambling.
We played a little bit, but didn't win anything serious.
You didn't put it all on the line.
And no, you can't put anything on the line when you're across the world like that. You can't do that. So yeah, it was a fun trip, and I really enjoyed myself. And like I said, if I ever wanted to live anywhere, I'd go to Hong Kong, regardless of how.
Are you ready to go back to the airport for a protest? Maybe protest at the airport.
I got to figure out something to protest about.
They will not divide us. Well, there's a temporary ban. There's a issued, but even though the ban was the ban wasn't allowed to be enforced because of the some kind of judges or something.
Yeah.
So who knows what the protests are up to? They did catch though Muslim Brotherhood guys running some of the protests. Did you see that in New York and some places?
Oh yeah.
So it's staged. And then once you see
yeah, exactly. This women's movement too was all staged thing that you probably noticed.
Yeah, I think that a lot of that had to do. They had to stage something big so that they could hide in the radicals in the march, like the Black Bloc anarchists.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those in there too, in the mix.
Yeah,
and that's a funny thing. The women wearing, let's say, pussy out headdresses on their faces.
Yeah,
and you look at them, What? I don't think have anything to worry about. Nothing whatsoever.
Well, they're nasty women. They're nasty. They have.
There was one that
All
was
these-
heavy set and all this kind of stuff. You can't touch mine, blah 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 type of thing. And I just threw in a rude comment and basically saying, "Oh yeah, I remember this girl. She's the one in Macy's parade hanging from ropes." I know I shouldn't say things like that, but
No,
you know.
because you'll be we got to clear a safe space here in this program, or at least do a trigger warning. We should have done it before we started the show, but we need a trigger warning in case.
Yeah, but you know, things happen, and you say things. I don't know if I regretted it, but I was just caught up in the moment, so to speak. So I couldn't help it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, the whole thing was all set up by George Soros and company, and it's all about divide and conquer strategy here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it was all planned to begin with. You know, like people don't like Trump. They were just protesting him even before he got in office, for crying out loud.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you give the guy a chance? You know, let him do what he has to do. You know, I'm more of anti-Clinton than I am pro Trump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's because you have a literate view. You don't fall in with the Hollywood what Hollywood tells you to believe.
No,
because basically anyone that's read the WikiLeaks, you can't support Clinton after you see what she's actually been up to.
Oh, gee, she is up to a lot. I'm telling you. She says, "I'm not done yet." So
many people have remained totally ignorant of all of it, so they think it's better to just support her and believe what the celebrities say.
Yeah. Oh, and did you hear what Madonna said about what she wanted to do? She thought about blowing up the White House?
Yeah, she's losing her mind. A lot of them are losing their minds. They can't believe it. Meryl Streep, a whole bunch of them. Bill Maher, he could be the worst, because he's even mentioned in the WikiLeaks. He's organizing fundraising parties for her. And
yeah.
Amy Schumer, she's losing her too, because... her uncle's Chuck Schumer, who's running the Democrats now. And
but Madonna?
Yeah, you didn't know she was that violent, did you? But now you're finding out.
If you and I said anything like that, we'd have the authorities knocking on our door, breaking it down, and taking us away. We'd be thrown in prison.
Yeah, well, she is a citizen of Israel, too, though, so she could hide out there if she ever... on the run.
You know why she's doing this? Because she's above the law, that's why. Because her status in the New World Order and the Illuminati.
Yeah.
So they're not going to touch her.
Give her some points.
Exactly. That there is a threat to the President of the United States and an act of terrorism to the United States of America. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's why she's living on a prayer. Or no?
Yeah, she should be in prison. But you know what she's doing now? She's out there adopting 2 more children.
Oh, yeah. Probably find a few refugees and...
I'm telling you, that's when I heard that, I was just, I was livid. She gets away with things like that, and if we do things like that, we're thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Why should she be any different? Then I put 2 and 2 together. She's above the law.
Yeah, that's true. Because apparently she's running a whole criminal organization with the Kabbalah Center of L.A. They've got a whole racketeering side where they extort people for money and
right.
There's sexual crimes and stuff too. Because Kabbalah, there's a whole sexual energy cult thing.
Right.
But what they do is they get all these celebrities to join it. That's where you see on Vigilant Citizen and different websites, they'll showcase the bracelets. They all wear these thin red bracelets.
Yeah.
That's how you know they're in the Kabbalah Center of LA. And then you see Madonna actually runs the center with a bunch of rabbis. It's like a bunch of rabbis and Madonna.
Pre-Madonna, yeah.
Yeah, judiciaryreport.com is one of the best sites for this because the woman who runs it, she's actually been harassed by the Kabbalah cult. She calls it the Kabbalah cult. But there's a whole bunch of them that are involved. It's like, it's not just Madonna. It's like, you'll see Chris Brown is involved and like a whole bunch of Rihanna and Beyonce and Jay-Z. Who knows what they're up to too. They've got more...
they supported Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because you saw them like hugging Hillary, this type of thing. So
yeah.
I said, well, here we go.
They've announced that they're going to have more kids, but then even the first kids, there was a whole conspiracy that she had the surrogate mother.
Oh, yeah.
And had faked the pregnancy and stuff.
Right.
Was wearing a baby bump. They call it the baby bump, where she's just has a stuffed stomach, basically.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, they can get away with it, so.
Yeah. It's the Rockefeller.
Yeah, I got a baby bump too, but this is natural.
Yeah, so that's you're hearing Mike's voice, and Mark, are you still on the line?
I'm back here waiting to jump in on the new topics. So.
Nice.
Okay, go ahead there, Mark. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I wanted to talk about what a lot of people in the truth movement know, and that is who is running the country or the world. Mm-hmm. Or they're trying to get into Syria. They're trying to, get into other countries to dethrone their president. And I want to let everybody know, because a lot of people know names, but they don't know who they are exactly or what they're connected to. And the first we know is that the Jews run pretty much everything. The healthcare system, the school system, the drug system, and pharmaceutical stuff like that as well. And I want to just give maybe 3 names from each category of areas that they work. Pardon?
Yeah, what are the 3?
That they work in. I can give you more as well, but maybe a couple of names. You got the bankers, which were they're number 1, right?
Right.
The Rockefellers, Rothschilds, etc. They're all Jewish, and a lot of people say, not all Jews are bad. Yeah, but what's their ideology? What do they think? Are they the chosen? Do they think that they're the chosen kind? Are they above God? Are they number 1 in the world, and we are all cattle? So you got the Rothschild Rockefellers, of course, J.P. Morgan, and Angela Merkel in Germany. She's Jewish as well. You got Lloyd Blankfein,
right,
chairman and CEO of Bush.
Goldman Sachs.
You got Paul Warburg, director of the Federal Reserve. He's Jewish as well. Those people are all in place still.
Right.
So that makes me wonder what's going to happen to, or if anything's going to happen to the elected president. And you got also Robert Rubin, chairman of Citigroup. And then another category would be politics. The Jews you have in politics. You got Bernie Sanders is Jewish.
Right.
You got Netanyahu. You got Kissinger, of course. And Dianne Feinstein and George Soros, who's been, of course, giving money to all these demonstrations and protests in the States. And you got Noam Chomsky as well.
Oh, yeah.
And another category would be newspapers. New York Times contributor to there is Salzberger.
Mm-hmm.
Salzberger. He's Jewish at the New York Times. And you got from TV, you got Leonard Goldenson, president of ABC. You got William Palex, founder and CEO of CBS. You got David Sarnoff, founder of NBC. You got all these people who are Jewish,
mm-hmm.
and you can't tell me that they're not running everything and giving all the propaganda and orders. And also you got Karl Marx, of course. You got Drake, Bob Dylan, the singers,
right,
are all Jewish. Madonna, and you got Dustin Hoffman, actor.
Right.
Scarlett Johansson, the Marx Brothers, Irving Berlin, who composed White Christmas. You got also Harry Houdini.
Oh wow!
And you got lots of people here who are Jewish, and that's why you got some of the big singers there going there, and you got Calvin Klein, and he was Jewish. You got Saul Price, founder of Price Club, and you got lots of people in there. Bernard Marcus, founder of Home Depot, and you got lots of companies there that are Jewish run. So you can't tell me.
Yeah, so they can fix prices.
Yes, of course. Gas prices, whatever prices they are, because it's manipulated.
Yeah.
You got our gas here going up a penny, 2 pennies every day. It's going up or down, up or down. That's manipulation. So.
But then you got to know where your gas is coming from. The Middle East, right? Not coming from your own country.
Yes, of course. We're going to export probably and pay, tariffs and everything else and all kinds of money just to get it instead of using our own. Apparently the U.S. has enough gas to last them a life, to last them forever. Why do they have to go to the Middle East to get it? They just want control of it to do what they want. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so, more money for them and less for us.
Of course,
Oh yeah,
we'll pay for it.
That. Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and you have also the Three Stooges you were mentioning, who are Jewish.
Yeah, they're Jewish, except Larry Fine. He wasn't Jewish. But Mo.
And then you got Mo. Yeah.
Yep.
And you got Marilyn Monroe, who's Jewish as well, and you got some of the Charlie's Angels girls, like Jacqueline Smith from the TV show. She's married into a Jewish family.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a lot of these. You got Trump. One of his daughters is married into a Jewish family.
Yeah, she's.
So you kind of wonder. And then you think that, is Trump controlled by the Jews because he's been pro-Jew apparently, and just touting that his daughter. Oh, I'm proud she's married to a Jew. I was hearing him say that on.
He's pro-Israel for sure. I'd say that.
Sure.
He is. Yes.
What does that tell you? How could he put in all these really bad executive orders that the Jews won't like? The Jews don't. Apparently they hate him, but he's doing it. But is he Jewish controlled? Why is he Jewish? Why is he pro-Jewish?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I can't figure out.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. And another thing, what Trump is doing, he's banning people from the 7 countries, Muslim countries, right?
Yeah.
Those are the 7 countries that the U.S. were planning to attack.
To invade.
7 countries in 5 years.
They have already been bombing them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So there you go. Coincidence? I don't think so.
So like my friend said, just because he's pro-Israel, he could still turn on them. That's the thing. You can turn on them at any time, but you got the people out there who want you to do what you're supposed to do, and if you don't do it, then they'll come after you. You should know that as well.
Well, look at Adolf Hitler. He had Jewish descendants in his army. During World War II.
But did they turn on him? We don't know. I don't know.
Don't think so.
Yeah, he had to deal with the Zionists too at the beginning.
Yeah.
Beginning of the war, just to send people to Israel.
Yeah.
But to me, during World War II, the biggest enemies were Britain, America, and Russia at the time. They were the ones that went to all the German cities and bombed the hell out of it. All men, women, and children. To me, that's terrorism. That's the enemy. Hitler was trying to go through to try and get peace, but the others wouldn't have it. So,
well, didn't Hitler plead several times to Britain not to invade?
Yeah, exactly. He put it all on the table.
Yeah.
They wouldn't accept.
Even in his book Mein Kampf, he stated in there that he was abused by the Jews. That's in his book there. It's also translated into English, but we don't know who's translated it or what's been taken out, edited. So, yeah.
Well, for sure, he wanted to become an architect or an artist at the time when he was young.
And he was an animal lover. He never used foul language and kicked out the Rothschild bankers. And
yeah, he hated drinking and smoking.
So that's a bad guy. He's really bad.
He was a very decorated soldier. Even when he was wounded, he wanted to get back out there and help his country.
That's because he was trying to protect this country. That's what he was doing. But the Britain didn't want anything to do with it.
Because the Jews were running Germany before he got elected.
Yeah, that's right.
And people were out of work. People were suffering. And then when he got into power, he basically brought it out of the ground and brought it back up to be a high power. And people were actually out on the streets celebrating and all this kind of stuff. And one lady I saw in a video went up and gave him a kiss on the cheek. Gave him a kiss on the cheek. But do you think his authorities came and took her away and shot her? No, he just laughed it off. He just just waved a little bit and kind of laughed it off. So he was very approachable. But with these documentaries, you don't know what is truth and what isn't. Because it's all put together.
Yeah, because they were making propaganda back then. It's they do it now with Trudeau and Obama and.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Trump. Anyone with like a big crowd and a following like that, you can make basically a documentary about them making.
Oh, sure. We could have done that.
Like,
we could have done that with that square,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Have all these people around, even there were no people there. We just put a whole bunch of people in there, figuring that, hey, we're doing a good job here. Even though we're suffering here,
Yeah, exactly. Like the Toronto Truth Seekers, if we were going in if we were like Berlin Truth Seekers and like right before World War II broke out, I'm sure they'd be after us, all the authorities. They'd be
exactly. Yeah.
Because it would make a lot of sense. There'd be a lot of truth seekers out, just because of the how they had that big fire. What was it, the Reichstag fire? Like it would seem like a total setup when they came to power.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. I got something from the Toronto Star that was last year on September 24th, and it says the Order of Canada welcomes dozens of new members.
Ah, they're always doing that, but who's it this time? They've got a...
the picture here, it says Governor General David Johnston congratulates Toronto's Heather Reisman on become a member of the Order of Canada.
Indigo.
What did she do to deserve that prestigious award?
The Bilderberg Group, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
But look at Obama. He got the Dumbbell Peace Prize, and he didn't even serve yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So did Bob Dylan too, right? And he got it for literature, and he's only written songs. Maybe he wrote a book
Jewish
about his life.
Well.
Yeah.
He's Jewish as well. So there you go. They can do what they want.
He made a deal with the Supreme Commander a long time ago.
Yeah, and other notables are Arthur Lawrence Hill of Hamilton, and interpreter Christine McGee of Oakville was also honored. Christine McGee is of Sleep Country.
Oh yeah, she's in the commercials.
Yeah.
Lawrence Hill has Book of Negroes too. That was his other book, I think.
Yeah.
He does books in the slave era.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a few in here. I don't have a big list or anything like that.
Hey, Daniel, do you know anything about white genocide? Have you heard much on that at all? They want to get rid of the white race?
Yeah, well, you see it. You definitely see it in Black Lives Matter. Even Black Lives Matter Toronto has done some rants on that. You see it a lot on Twitter, and just a few of the recent actions, like the ones in the airports and the Women's March or whatever. Like in Toronto, when all that's happening in the U.S., Toronto, they did it in front of the U.S. consulate. So I think they had some radical speeches there, and they're gonna drive terror in the hearts. The guy who did the speech about driving terror in the hearts, he was one of the G20 guys that was considered one of the ringleaders. So he's getting some press.
This is tied with Black Lives Matter. It's sort of similar, right?
Yeah, they have there is a black supremacist side to Black Lives Matter in some of the people involved.
And then that connects to George Soros funding Black Lives Matter, doesn't it? And he's Jewish?
Yeah. And well, he also was a Nazi though too, so we got to combine that. That's where it all gets all twisted, because he was when he was a youth in Hungary, and he said that was some of the best time of his life. That was when he learned business and everything.
Yeah, but from my friend Dylan's research into World War II, the word Nazi is a Jewish term.
Yeah,
I'm not sure where he got that
from.
Well,
it's just National Socialist is the short form for
it. Okay. But they don't use that. They use mostly Nazi or whatever have you. They don't always use that.
Yeah, National Socialist or whatever is in German, but
because I was out as well when I was in Toronto. I was taking a break, I think, from our Truth group, and I went along to Tim Hortons just on the east side of Yonge Street there, walking down there, and there was a black group there.
Oh, no.
And there was maybe
not those guys.
5 or 6 or 7.
I know exactly
those guys, yeah. 5.
That's the lost tribe of Israel, they call themselves.
Oh, that explains it. White genocide. We are the problem. Exactly. The whites are the problem. Yeah.
Okay. I'm always wondering, why don't we have white
History Month
White History Month,
or White Lives Matter?
White Lives Matter.
There was a poster campaign on a few campuses. I think it was like York University and University of Toronto, but then it caused a huge stir. So it's I think they stopped. Whoever was doing it stopped.
Yeah.
They put up white, some kind of white student union or something posters.
Would that be racist?
Yeah, because it's anything that is like that's not anti-white is considered racist, basically.
Yeah, because in the Talmud, right? The Talmud, right? That the Jews' Holy Bible. It states in there that they are the chosen ones. It doesn't matter if our skin is the same. It's a religion. Mm-hmm. All the other religions don't matter, and they want to get rid of it.
Yeah, that is the
that's
joke.
The way they speak in there. Yes. Mm-hmm.
A lot of the most Jewish people have like white skin, right? So they're that's why it doesn't quite make sense. But then apparently with DNA testing, they found that most of people are not Semitic. They're just European people that became Jewish by adoption or whatever. They took on the religion. Converted, I guess you call it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the trouble with DNA testing. Well, I don't totally trust DNA testing, but they say that's what the results show. So.
Yeah, that's true. We should get our DNA tested, Mark. See what happens.
You might not like what you find.
I know.
Maybe on the wrong end.
Yeah.
It might be a Gentile, or whatever they call it as well. Gentile, Goyim, or whatever. Yeah.
What's the other one they advertise on TV? Is like Ancestry.org or something? Ancestry.
Yeah.
Find your ancestry tree. They'll search it online.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Mark and I, we do have a couple of uncles that were in World War I.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
who died.
There'd be a record of them then, because they served.
Oh yes, there is. Yeah. It's up to the town where my father was born. They have a structure built there, and it has their names written on it.
Oh, nice. Veterans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But they
That's
they
in Ontario,
died.
or that's in
Well,
US?
I guess the one's buried in France
Oh, France.
at the time. They were fighting, and they both died of disease.
Natural. Oh, disease.
What disease?
Of course, because there's a lot of, depleted uranium, which Joyce Riley says is not depleted, it's activated, and and you're breathing in all these chemicals from the
Mustard gas.
the war.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mustard gas. They died of mustard gas,
There you go.
which comes from canola oil. Mustard plant.
Canadian
they
oil.
use. Canadian oil, that's what it is. There's no such thing as canola. It's Canadian oil.
So the mustard plant, they must use some special toxic ingredient from those plants and then use it on, Yeah, it's terrible anyway,
Yeah. I'll go up to Petro-Canada and see what they got to say about it. Maybe they got that type of oil mixed in with it. No, but because remember we went to Whole Foods, Mark, and we asked about canola oil?
Yeah.
And didn't they say that that they took out all the toxic stuff out of it, and they just used what was left of it? Isn't that what
or
they
extracted
said?
or extracted the good stuff from the plant to use.
Right.
I can't really comment on that, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's what they said. So
You could say you hope. You hope they do.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there've been many films done about Whole Foods, selling GMO foods there, or partial GMOs. So you have to look out for that.
Yeah, but I haven't seen really too much of any GMOs at ours up by Square One there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty authentic. Like, you can buy all sorts of different things, and everything looks pretty healthy, even though it's more expensive. But if more people ate more organic, then the price of organics will go down.
Right.
Eventually.
Yeah. You would hope in Canada anyway. I don't know. Nothing goes down here.
But when
Oil, the gas goes down a penny or two, but other than that, nothing else goes down that I know of.
Well, the stock market has been going up last several days. When Trump got in,
that's right.
The markets were okay. But then once he started doing a few things, then the markets went down.
Because he was they were trying to control them so they wouldn't mark it down or out propaganda. It's not good what he's doing with that or this, so.
So now the stock market's back up in the high territory. The Dow Jones is up higher now.
Who's causing that? The bankers are causing that? And their little funny people that work for them? Financial institutions,
Finally,
whatever.
America's great again.
Yeah. We don't know yet.
So, but that's okay by me. I'm making money.
They're winning big league.
Yeah.
So on the statement coming up, not for last month, but for February, so I'll get in March or whatever. It's going to be pretty good if the market's going up. Then I'm going to be making money. It's okay. I don't care who's running the show as long as I make money. Right?
Huh.
Or you could just say, well, I don't like them running the show, and then lose everything. This basically money we're saving up is for the retirement.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah, I want to have money for retirement, so I hope it does go up, no matter who's running the show. If it's in my favor, heck, I'll take it.
Yeah, just before you step into the elimination chamber.
Yeah, really.
You got to work out your finances.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear that badass Billy Gunn's coming to town?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Local wrestling gigs.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm still asking you if you still want to go,
Yeah, that'd be cool. One.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Go to the Illuminati-controlled wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, Mark, come on.
Learn something. Learn something. You're supporting it. You're learning something, but you're supporting it. Supporting violence and 2-on-1, 3-on-1, this and that.
Linda McMahon is now the small business secretary. She's the secretary.
Yeah. Well, look at one of the WWE guys who was manager of the Great Khali. There was a problem on one of the airplanes with a passenger.
Oh no!
So this guy from that managed the Great Khali had to wrestle this guy to keep him under control until authorities came over to arrest this guy for harassing people.
So but normally you're not allowed to do that. It's against our Canadian law to hold somebody like that. But he was lucky he didn't get charged with it. Well, in Canada anyway, you can't do that.
He might have. Sometimes in that situation, the guy ends up getting charged like that. He's trying to stop the fight.
Yeah, exactly. So
just like a guy on some of the buses that from the past, right, Mike? From out west, Edmonton or Vancouver, some of the on the buses, someone is just sleeping or resting, and then all of a sudden he takes out his knife and stabs another passenger, and nothing happens. They get the guy, but nothing happens. He's still on the same medications.
Yeah, he was just sent to like a mental asylum thing, and then they're saying he's going to be out soon. It's like less than 8 years he's in.
Yeah, that's right. I heard 6 months. I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Or look at the guy who beheaded
Go ahead, Mike.
a passenger on the Greyhound.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's set free now.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's
a revolving door system that we have.
How it can happen,
But the medications are not the problem, right? The problem is the guy, not the medications. That's what I'm trying to.
How'd the guy get on medications in the first place? He must have had a problem.
Yeah.
But they have to get, they can't treat you any way else. Just like a doctor or surgeon says, "Oh, chemotherapy, that's all we have for you." That's what I'm thinking. Like they have to give them that garbage that makes them do something like that. We know these hallucinating drugs and these, all these kinds of drugs that are prescribed actually say that on the insert that you can possibly kill someone or have other effects from the drug.
Yeah, you don't want to know the side effects, especially if you're on it.
Candidate. Yeah.
Like the vaccines, same thing. Oh, it's not the vaccines.
Yeah.
It's you had a problem before you took the vaccine or something like that.
The shot is the pandemic.
Or that, yeah.
Shot, yeah.
Yeah, you remember. So.
Yeah, they're still pushing that on the
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to do a full show on that. We got a few topics to do. We got vaccines we got to do.
And the vaccines, I hear, are coming for us too, the adults.
Yeah, adult vaccines.
Sure.
We got migrant invasions. We got events. Journalists being attacked. Rebel media is fundraising for security now.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Under attack.
And also like Next News Network with Gary Franchi.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
Mark Dice, another one. You name it. Press for Truth with Dan Dix and company. Or Alex Jones. His show is getting bigger now.
Yeah, he's getting drunk on Joe Rogan. I just heard that a few days ago. It's a pretty good episode, but it is. They are drinking hard alcohol, so be warned.
Yeah. I don't know about Alex sometimes. He's always saying, I take this for my health and all that for my health. But he's drinking whiskey or whatever, Practice what you preach, bro.
Drunk wars. Yeah, because it's a 3-hour show, so they do get drunk. By the end of it, he's pretty drunk. His face is red, and
well, I thought the redness was from all this ranting that he does.
Yeah, that's true too. And he does say that he keeps his studio ice cold, but like Joe Rogan's studio is, I guess, just normal temperature, so he's overheating. And
yeah. Because Alex seems to sweat a lot when he's ranting. So he might as well cool the place down, and that way he can rant all he wants and he won't break a sweat.
That's how he does.
Yeah, that's how he does it.
Well, this has been a good show. This has been the return show, first show of 2017.
Yes, I love it.
Angry Beaver Radio. I'm Daniel. You're just hearing Mike there, and you've been hearing Mark too on the show.
Yepper. Everybody have a great day.
We got to find Johnny Beaver next time. Hopefully, we'll get him back in next time. Yeah,
he's out there somewhere. I noticed his when I went to his page. Like he's out there.
Mm-hmm.
He's out there. He's on, but he's not, maybe he's working. Who knows?
Yeah. So let's keep on recording and staying vigilant.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. See something, say something. Right?
Yeah, really. Not really.
Angry Beaver Radio.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye for now.
As I commented earlier to Senator McCain, I do think we need a U.S. information agency on steroids that deals with the totality of the information realm, and to mount in all forms, and to include social media.
No social media.